Welcome back everyone to another retrospective video. I'm ShadoSpartan, and for this month we'll be checking out Far Cry, a first-person shooter released in 2004 and developed by Crytek to show off their Cry engine. The franchise would later get bought by Ubisoft and hand development over to Ubisoft Montreal. They would create Far Cry 2 through 5, as well as 3 standalone games. Far Cry 6 should be getting released sometime this year, but it's being developed by Ubisoft Toronto. The first Far Cry did get a bunch of ports such as Far Cry Instincts, Far Cry Instincts Evolution, Far Cry Instincts Predator, Far Cry Vengeance, and Paradise Lost. The only reason I would recommend this game is because you like challenging and unfair games. Seriously, this game broke me.
I see you!
Where?
Screw you, buddy!
How the f can you see me?
I admit it, I had to resort to cheats just to finish this game. It has some fun elements such as being stealthy, but it's very inconsistent. So I would advise you to be cautious, and wait for a sale to get this game like I did for $3 on Steam. As usual, I'm going to go through the story, so spoiler warning, what I liked and disliked, and any funny or awkward moments that happened to me during my playthrough. So let's shoot our way into this.
What? Who's shooting me?
We start off with a cutscene. I'm not sure what's going on. It looks like it's part setting up what happened and what will happen. Then we see this guy in a bright red Hawaiian shirt. You begin walking down this pipe. Seriously, we just started and the game already crashed. The good news is, this was the only time it happened. You learn the basic controls, how to move, crouch, prone, and sprint.
Listen, dirtbag! Keep an eye out for some punk in a red Hawaiian shirt. If you see him, call me at once. Am I understood? Yes, sir! I'm heading out!
Now it tells me about my stealth meter, and how I can throw a rock to distract enemies.
I see you! My ass!
So already I'm spotted without the enemy actually seeing me. I'm already kind of worried how the rest of this game is going to go. And he almost kills me too. Also, what is with these models dabbing? Anyway, you find out your name is Jack, and talk to this man Doyle. He's going to help you survive the island. Of course, you need to do what he tells you to do. Also, the voice actor for Jack is bad. Or at least the delivery is.
How do I know I can trust you?
Well, for starters, how about the fact that I haven't turned you in? That radio has a bioreader. Since I know you're there, I could have ratted you out already.
Good point. Keep talking.
Afterwards, you finally get a weapon, and get to start shooting enemies. The shooting is pretty solid, but you can still miss despite your best aiming. It's like a classic shooter. You need to find ammo and health packs scattered around the level. For 2004, this does look really good. It looks and sounds like a tropical jungle. You will be prone down most of the time because enemies spot you pretty quick. So if you're prone, enemies have a hard time seeing you. This is where the balance of things is either heavily with you or against you. Sometimes it feels like you're completely invisible, and even when I shoot at enemies, they come running towards me to investigate. However, once an enemy sees you, every enemy in the area knows your exact position. So after taking out the first outpost,
Are you dabbing again? Just trying to dab.
You grab a vehicle and Doyle tells you to head over to an old carrier.
Make your way to the top of the carrier. You should be able to procure a boat from the upper deck. While you're in the carrier, see if you can spot any sign of Val. We need to know where they're taking her.
You sneak in and take out enemies.
You're dead, dude. Stop moving your arms. Stop it.
At first I got stuck at this part. I realized running and gunning will not be a good strategy.
I'm already starting to hate this game.
You find out Val, the woman you were with from earlier, isn't here. She's being taken to a place called the bunker. Then I had to face off against a bunch of enemies and a helicopter. This was the beginning of me thinking this game is impossible. After many more tries, I finally figured out a way to kill everyone. I should mention there is no saving. It's just checkpoints, and they can be far and few between each other. I get to this boat and load up the next level. You head towards a new island to destroy a satellite dish. This was one of my favorite moments. I got to feel like Rambo hiding in the bushes, then taking out enemies without them knowing where I am. This all looks like an open world game, but it doesn't quite feel that way. You are still guided in one direction. It gets more linear when you get inside the base. More bad guys to shoot, but now you get your hands on the MP5 with the silencer. This gun is your stealth weapon. You can shoot at enemies and even if you miss, they won't notice a thing. You get to the entrance to the satellite dish, but it's locked. Doyle tells you to hold out for a bit. After a long fight against this helicopter, you make it inside. There's this evil scientist looking dude talking about test subjects. His name is Krieger. He mentions he gave himself the strand in hopes he will be able to control the test subjects. It's quite a mystery, but for now, we need to blow this up.
Get out of there, now.
Doyle now says he will meet you at the pier on the far side of the island. You can take this glider, but of course there has to be a helicopter that attacks you. The sniper rifle is very powerful, but you get very little ammo with it. Jack makes it to the base camp, and here the enemy suddenly saw me and shot at me through the tent. I understand a tent isn't bulletproof, but it's a bit unfair for the enemies to know my exact position through the tent. On later retries, I got shot through the wall.
Can you seriously Wow, and I'm already almost... What is going on here?
So just be aware enemies have wall hacks. Eventually I make it through and it looks like a long walk, so I notice this vehicle, but suddenly they spot me.
Oh, that's so stupid, dude. Come on. How did the car even know?
So this time I made sure to take them out before they get me. I take the vehicle to the pier and meet up with Doyle.
You must be Jack.
How did you know that?
I've been expecting you. They've moved the girl. Get in. Get under there. If they see you, we're both dead.
He takes me to a new island to find Val. You can fight some enemies or stealth your way to this cave. Then this happens.
Whatever that was, I hope it was the only one.
Okay, now I'm getting scared. The build-up for these monsters is good. I was genuinely worried about getting jump scared by what Doyle calls them trigens.
Whoa, whoa.
Fascinating.
You get outside and can watch the mercs and trigens fight each other. You can stay up in the trees or walk on the ground level. Just watch out for the trigens.
Oh, die, shot, fudge.
Yep, that one actually scared me. Continue on and watch out for rocket launchers.
What?
And turrets.
It's the turret dude.
Eventually you make your way into the bunker and find some scientists experimenting with a giant trigen.
Whoa! What the heck is that?
What are you seeing?
I have absolutely no idea. But it sure as hell ain't no monkey.
You make your way through and watch the bad guys take Val into a helicopter. Jack tries to get on it, but Val seems to take out the bad guys.
The pilot's dead. Jump!
You learn Val is working for the CIA and chose Jack because he has special forces training. So your next goal is to unleash the untrained Trigens.
Untrained Trigens? You mean some of them are trained?
Come on.
Going through the jungle, I continue to see how the AI isn't perfect. I got spotted, then disappeared right away. Although it was cool to see enemies will run away to find help. It makes me wonder if Ubisoft saw this gameplay and knew they could create something better with it. However, this game will still drive you crazy since it's so inconsistent. I found an outpost and thought this moment was really cool. I began hearing footsteps outside, so I hid in this room and waited. Sure enough, a 3-man squad showed up and I got to ambush them. It's unscripted moments like these I really enjoy in any video game.
Oh, that is just... Come on, are you f***ing serious, dude?
But you make it to the next base, assuming you don't get spotted. You make it inside. Oh wait, it's not a base, it's a tunnel to another open area. You fight off some guards and take this vehicle to jump a bridge.
I don't know if I'm gonna make it now. Shoot.
Just kidding, I had to swim over here and climb up to get inside the facility. You find some keycards to open some doors.
Oh god, Jesus.
Find some valves to clear the way you're supposed to go. Now you start to fight tougher enemies. They have body armor and helmets, so it's going to take a few more rounds to kill them. They do sometimes drop armor for you to pick up. You take out the power to allow Val to do what she needs.
Stay in the shaft. Keep your head down and wait for me there.
Finally, a suggestion I can agree with. I'm real good at staying put and waiting.
What was he doing?
Really? Another dab? So you make your way to a pipe and get out. Then a cutscene plays of all the different Trigen getting out. Val tells Jack about it and suddenly she cuts out, so Jack wants to go and rescue her. You make your way through the facility, fighting both humans and Trigen. Until you get to this room that I thought was impossible. Then I thought it was a boss fight.
Please don't kill me, please don't kill me, please don't. Okay, cool. He killed himself. Or he didn't!
I will say, because the checkpoint is pretty far back, it was really intense trying not to die here. Now things open up and it feels like a bit like a war zone. Humans and Trigen fighting it out. You drive around until you get to...
What? What? Why do I get to blow up?
Until you get to this complex.
Val should be somewhere in this complex.
Yeah, but there's not much left of this place.
Then you don't have a lot to search, do you? That complex is where they stored a bunch of old test subjects. If one of those things finds Val before you do, she's dead.
Right, I'm moving.
Oh.
I think I just found one of your test subjects.
At least they growl really loud to let you know they're around. So I'm glad to see the game is still adding more challenges.
Oh, Figures.
You make your way through this long complex and run into these special forces guys. They have a lot of armor, so make sure you aim for the head.
Across the map. Would you just effing die already? Holy crap, dude.
And now we get to the part that finally broke me.
Here we go again with a f***ing rocket launcher.
I tried my best to get through this. I tried stealthing it, but always got spotted and died.
What? How? Come on! Dude, this game seriously needs to go f*** itself. Come on! Come on! What? I took out the sniper. Where's the other one? F***ing wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. This game... I can't do this anymore.
I thought this part was impossible. So you can judge me all you want, but I really wanted to finish this game, so I resorted to cheats. Putting God mode on and watching how many times I should have died really showed just how difficult this part really is. Don't think this gets easier, just wait. I finally get through and take out a bunch of Special Forces dudes, getting inside and finding Val.
There's a secondary exit in that room, and I'm in a cruiser right outside.
That'll also put us near Krieger's main compound. Maybe I can take a look around and see what we can do to shut it down.
Do whatever you want, but as soon as we get a signal out, I'm done. I'm not even getting paid for this crap.
This is probably the most open world you'll get in this game. There's many different islands to boat to. First island, I sneak in and take out everyone at the base camp, and took all the bombs. Then I went to the next island and blew up the first tower.
What the hell was that?
On my way to the second tower, this happened.
Really, the last... Wonderful.
Took out the second tower, then took this glider to the third. It's a really long walk, but eventually I make it. Then you make your way to this ship.
25 seconds? I've got to get the hell out of here. Maybe the front of the ship will be safe.
Shoot at the helicopter until it goes down. Then swim out to this boat. You continue to look for Val. Not much to say about this level. No new bad guys, just more trying to be stealthy, but enemies will randomly see you. There are some cool looking ruins, but that's about it. You blow open a way into a temple and go inside.
This place is crawling with trigens.
You shoot a bunch and make your way back outside. Now you get to ride a boat down a river while getting shot at. After a long river battle, you get to this part, where I think the game bugged out. It's telling me my objective is right here, but nothing happens. So I reloaded a save, and sure enough, a cutscene was supposed to trigger after killing Cowboy Man from the beginning.
Report! Report!
So you're the famous Dr. Krieger.
Who is this? Who am I talking to?
You'll find out soon enough.
Then I thought I got stuck again until suddenly...
Jack! Bingo. This is the location of the facility where they manufacture the mutagen.
Then we get a cutscene that I'm sure was for all the boys.
Few details.
Krieger was a top researcher at the Defense Department, specialized in genetics, protocols for human combat enhancement.
The trigens.
Right.
I've received a go from the office. They've assessed the situation, and they need you to take out the main compound.
I think there are two sites we need to worry about. An outpost and the main compound itself. If we want to make sure we take both out, we're gonna need to get the nuke.
The nuke? Are you crazy?
Oh, relax. It's got a very small yield. Just enough to destroy the facility without too much collateral damage. Besides, we'll be out of range and upwind by the time it goes off.
So now you get to fight with Val. You go into this outpost and take a jeep. You fight off some enemies with this on-rails turret sequence. Make your way into the base and find the nuke. However, I found the nuke, but Val was stuck on a fence.
Great. Did your bathroom get all messed up? Yeah.
So I had to reload and do this all over again. Then the cutscene.
Your way inside the compound is about as clear as it's going to get. Oh, and one more thing. When that nuke detonates, it could cause all sorts of strange things to happen. What I'm trying to say is that you might be in danger of being affected by the mutagen. You might want to take some precautions.
Precautions, like not blowing up a nuclear weapon while I'm standing right next to it?
I'm dead serious. You should be able to find a serum used as an inoculation in the compound. They usually keep a good supply there.
Let's prep the nuke, and then we can go grab the serum.
What is this? A bad spy movie? You two are gonna get us all killed!
After about 10 minutes of fighting, you get inside and take the time for an injection to help prevent either of you turning into a Trigen.
Into your neck.
I've had worse. Let's move.
Now just hold off the enemies until Val can arm the nuke, then escape. Suddenly, you wake up in a helicopter with Krieger.
Survival of the fittest! Good luck!
Thanks.
So you make your way through the jungle and find a helicopter.
I couldn't get to the radio jack. Are you okay?
Well, I'm lost on a jungle island infested with mutants, but other than that, I'm doing great.
Then you find out you're infected with the mutagen.
Doyle, my armor's turning green!
Sounds like you caught the bug.
I thought I took the antidote.
The antidote should have been able to handle it, but a containment leak could have saturated the air with mutagen. That's what happened to Krieger.
Krieger's infected?
He developed an agent to keep it from spreading. He's still on the treatment. I'm sure he's got it with him.
I'll see if I can talk him into a sample.
Ask nicely. I wouldn't say he's completely human.
Make your way towards the volcano and find this base.
You still...
Takes an entire clip.
You alright?
Do I look all right?
I wouldn't worry about it, my dear. You won't live long enough to see what happens next.
So here we go, a boss fight. Although I am cheating, so I just hid in the back and just shot at them.
Where's the antidote?
Who infected you?
We entered a toxic area.
The mutagen can only be administered through subdermal injection. I wish I could take credit, but I had no time to prepare the serum. Oh, you should turn out to be a beautiful specimen. Give it another hour. Much less for her.
Of course, why not? Doyle betrays us at the end just to keep this game going a bit longer.
Of course I would. Working for the government taught me that where there's a weapon, there's money to be made.
I'm coming for you, buddy.
This last part, I have no idea how someone can beat this on the hardest difficulty without cheating. You need to run in here and activate the elevator, which is here, then get to the top and find Doyle. Sounds easy, right? You've got rocket Trigen everywhere shooting at you and other enemies above you shooting at you the entire time. That's why I died 78 times according to God mode. I'm just glad it's finally over.
No, please. You don't understand. They sent me. They're always watching. You can't change this. You can't change the future.
Probably not, but I can make sure you're not a part of it. Stupid bastard.
Okay, that seemed like an abrupt end to this game. So overall, it feels like this game has some good ideas, but the devs didn't have time to polish it. I'm glad it's over, and it's still hard for me to recommend because the other Far Cry games are so much better and worth your time. So I'm glad I got this game for $3. And you should only play this for the nostalgia, or you like playing games that frustrate you. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed the video, and check out my other content. I also want to give a shout out to Traveling Calligrapher, Life Lived Candidly, and The Speakeasy. Links are in the description. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video. Au!